Welcome to Snooze Worthy, a podcast by Parenting Practice of Colorado, your window into the world of pediatric sleep, where we explore the science behind sweet dreams, effective sleep teaching techniques, and all the intriguing nuances of your child's slumber. I'm your host, Lindsay Birchfield.
And I'm Paige Legault. Together, we're here to guide you through the labyrinth of parenting, offering insights, strategies, and science-backed advice to make parenting during those early childhood years not just manageable, but truly memorable.
As pediatric sleep specialists, we've seen the transformational power of sleep in countless families.
And because parenting is a journey, we won't stop at sleep. We'll provide you with valuable parenting tips for every aspect of early childhood, from managing tantrums to fostering creativity and hitting those all-important milestones.
So whether you're a seasoned parent in need of a sleep overhaul or a new parent preparing for the joys and challenges of early childhood, Snooze Worthy is your trusted resource. Join us as we unravel the science of sleep, share practical advice, and make parenting truly snooze worthy. Hi, and welcome to Snooze Worthy. So on today's episode, we are diving into when to hire a pediatric sleep specialist. And I'm Lindsay Birchfield, and with me is my friend and partner, Paige Legault, and we are both certified sleep specialists. And today we're going to be diving into the signs that indicate you might need some sleep support for your child. And when is it time to consider hiring a pediatric sleep specialist?
Yep. If you're here, you're probably ready. Oh, thank you, Lindsay, for that introduction. So as pediatric sleep specialists, we understand the importance of quality of sleep for children's overall health, well-being, and development. So let's jump right into it. Personally and professionally, we have both seen immense success with hundreds of families getting their sleep back on track after sleep deprivation overall at any age.
Yeah. So let's just talk about the need for sleep support, right? So parenting is a incredibly rewarding journey, right? But it also can be so challenging. Really, I don't think anything is more rewarding and more challenging, and especially challenging when your child is struggling with sleep, right? So if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, you find yourself feeling unsure of how to help your child sleep better, trust us, you're not alone at all.
No.
So
welcome to the club, babe.
Yeah, right? Take your number.
Yeah.
So today we just want to break down the sleep debt facts for parents and babies. And we hear all the time that families equate sleep training with high cortisol levels. But we're going to say, in all reality, sleep deprivation is actually one of the leading causes of high cortisol levels in both babies and in adults.
100%.
So why? One of it is the increased stress level, okay? So sleep debt can lead to elevated stress levels for parents, and it makes it way more challenging to manage daily tasks and responsibilities effectively. I mean, the lack of quality sleep can literally make feelings of overwhelm and frustration just through the roof, right? And also it can impair cognitive function. I mean, I just remember being, in that fourth trimester and truly feeling like out of body, right? Because I was just so tired. And so for parents, sleep debt can be imperative or impair their cognitive function. It can impair their memory, their concentration, and decision-making abilities. I mean, it can impact their ability to respond to their child's needs and to honestly make really good sound parenting choices.
Yeah. Being in the weeds like that is really detrimental.
So difficult.
Yep. And when you, as an adult, don't get 8 hours of consecutive nighttime sleep or 5, 6, 7 days in a row, your cognitive function is if you were drunk.
Yeah.
Right. So driving a car, taking care of your family, making financial or work or family decisions. Yeah. You're drunk. Not ideal, right? So disrupted sleep patterns in babies is a big deal. It's the same thing as in adults, right? So babies and toddlers who experience sleep debt may exhibit disrupted sleep patterns, meaning they have a hard time falling asleep.
Yep.
They have a hard time staying asleep. And as the night goes on and we transition through different sleep cycles, the sleep gets shorter and shorter and shorter. So the cycles don't actually give them those big benefits of flushing toxins, memory consolidation, immune system building and repairing, growth, right? Just in general, there's no growth hormone going on. This is a big deal, you guys. The other aspect of sleep debt can cause behavioral challenges. So sleep debt in babies and toddlers can manifest as increased irritability.
Yep.
Seen it.
Absolutely.
Hate it.
Yep.
fussiness, clinginess, a Velcro baby, as we hear all the time. They have difficulty regulating their emotions or even allowing you to regulate their emotions. A 2-minute ordeal has now turned into 2 hours of just
on and
total
on.
dysregulation. Older children may exhibit more temper tantrums and resistance to bedtime routines, leading to additional stress for parents as well.
So stressful.
So stressful. So navigating this impact on development, prolonged sleep debt in infants and toddlers can have negative consequences for their overall development. I mean, it goes hand in hand with everything that we're saying.
Absolutely.
Right? So sleep is crucial for brain development, emotional regulation, and physical growth. When they have chronic sleep debt, so they're not getting those 8 consecutive hours for 5 days in a row, that sleep debt is building. And every 24-hour period, if that debt isn't relieved with sleep, it's the only way we can get rid of it, is another brick stacked in the wall, right? So chronic sleep deprivation may hinder all of these processes and affect long-term outcomes. And we see it every single day, whether it's in our own children when they have an off night, because it happens, right? They're all humans. My child, I'll tell you, cannot handle sleep debt for anything.
I don't think any of our children can. They're so well rested that just a little shift in their typical
even 15 minutes of less sleep, they are bears.
They certainly can be.
Yes.
Yeah. I had one of those last night. We didn't have time for a nap. And so
No.
early bedtime.
Yep. There you go. Night-night. Love you. So addressing that sleep debt and establishing those healthy sleep habits really early on is essential for promoting overall well-being and optimal development for both and for the long term.
Yeah. So now let's just talk about signs where you actually may need some sleep support, right? So first, let's talk about those persistent sleep challenges. So if your child is constantly struggling to fall asleep, stay asleep, or is experiencing frequent night wakings, it really might indicate that there is an underlying sleep issue going on, all right? Because that isn't, to just be very brutally honest, normal, right?
It's frequent, but it doesn't mean it's normal.
Exactly. One of my favorite things, or that I'm passionate about, is just because we see it a lot doesn't mean it's normal, right? Another sign to look out for is the impact on daily functioning, okay? So if sleep problems are causing disruptions to your family's routine, affecting everyone's well-being, it's totally time to address it. And then don't forget either about the lack of progress despite your efforts. So if you've tried implementing healthy sleep habits and routines and you're not seeing any improvement over time, seeking professional help might be that next step, right? And I think almost all of our families that we work with have tried to do something on their own.
If not 3 times over.
Most of the time, right? And they just unfortunately have been not seeing that improvement.
Yeah.
So, and I think unfortunately a lot of our clients or potential clients, they feel like a failure as a parent when their babies or their toddlers are struggling with sleep and they're not, right? I mean, we just recently talked to one of our clients and she was just like, this is my second kid. I should have been able to get her to sleep. My first slept. So what am I doing, right? They feel like a failure. And it's just that they don't have the tools that they need to support themselves and their child. And sometimes just a little education is what they're needing, you know?
I find the biggest piece of support that we give is the science of sleep.
Absolutely.
Right? Sleep training isn't a mystery here, guys.
No.
Google it. There's 5 options, right? Like it's really black and white.
Yes.
But here at Parenting Practice, what we do is, besides the actual methodology, is the full 24-hour scope around the care, support, and where your child is at then.
Yeah.
Not where they were 6 months ago, not where they're going to be, but who they are today. And we're meeting them where they are. And that's the biggest difference. Yes, method matters. We'll get on our topic about all of that, of what we truly believe in and we're passionate about. But it truly is more than just the process of laying your kid down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think we both notice too with our clients, they just internalize it. They feel like a failure when they can't get the baby to
Right.
stop crying or take their bottle or latch or sleep. And it feels like you should know how to do this, but babe, they didn't come with a manual.
No, unfortunately, they do not.
No, and we've both sought out support for our
Yes,
own kids and in areas that we needed help in, and it was the best thing that we could possibly have done,
absolutely.
especially with sleep teaching, because we don't have to experience sleep debt or
No,
sleep loss.
we don't.
No,
No,
we each get our 8 hours a night.
we certainly do. And our children get their full 11 to 12.
Yes, they do. So, when do you hire a pediatric sleep specialist?
Great question.
So, hiring pediatric sleep specialists can make a significant difference for families who are struggling with all those sleep issues that Lindsay just highlighted. So, when you are ready to seek out that experience is when you're seeing those issues for 2 or more weeks, right?
Totally, yeah.
Even a month if there's illness in there or if you've traveled. But if your efforts or your lack of change hasn't made any difference and the symptoms are either maintaining status quo or they're getting worse,
Right.
which is normal,
Yep.
that's time to reach out. A sleep regression should not be more than a month,
Oh, absolutely not.
period.
Yeah.
I would say a week, babe, is good.
Way good.
Right?
Yeah.
And if it's more than that and you've made changes, you've sought out some additional education and it just hasn't stuck, that's when you go to an expert.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what we can do is we can conduct a comprehensive sleep evaluation to truly understand what is underlying and causing those issues, right? And we can develop that tailored treatment plan. And for children that have more complex sleep challenges or special circumstances, maybe like a medical condition or developmental disorders, we can even offer specialized support and guidance for that. We have a really wonderful, robust special needs program that a few of our specialists have. And so we can offer really all the way from one-on-one support to group coaching. I mean, we work with families from when mama is pregnant all the way up to 12 years of age.
Yeah.
And just so you know, asking for help does not mean you are less than as a parent or is something wrong with you or something's wrong with your child. To be honest, asking for help just means you're being the parent your child needs.
Yeah.
Even if it's hard, we're here to help you when you are ready.
100%. So how can we help you once you do that phone call, right? Like that's the first step. So here we're ready to support you on this journey. Whenever you're ready, you can go to our website, you can click the link in our bio, and you can book a call with anyone on our team, and we'll do that sleep evaluation call. And then from there, if this is the right fit for not only us, but you and your family, we would then move on to next steps. And that can look like a couple different things. If you're doing the one-on-one program, you would fill out some paperwork. The best thing that we send you is a questionnaire.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my favorite to read, but it's a comprehensive questionnaire that we would take and then build you a custom sleep plan specifically for your child. So no more Googling at 3 a.m.
Right.
No more buying another silly gimmicky product for $35 that didn't work anyways, but actually getting a tailored plan for your family that is sustainable long term. This isn't a band-aid.
No.
You shouldn't have to sleep train multiple times, folks.
Absolutely.
And then from there, you would start the program with us. We do a Zoom consultation or in person. We'll teach you that plan that we create, and then we'll kick off our time together with support within our 2-week or 3-week period. And then by the end, we would hit all of our goals. I always tell my clients on that sleep evaluation call, what are your goals? And they'll say, I just want 3 consecutive hours of sleep. And I'm like, shoot higher, raise the bar, please. They're 9 months. We can sleep.
We can do it. Yeah.
So ideally, we would love a 10 to 12 hour stretch.
Well,
absolutely. With or without a feed, depending on age, weight, and stage, right? And then absolutely honing in on those naps again for age and stage to make sure it's appropriate, but good consolidate. No more 30-minute naps, ma'am.
No, not unless
Get
it's a
out of
cat
here.
nap, right? At the end of the day. Yeah.
No, I want a big 1-2 hour nap and really giving you the tools you need to read your child, support your child, meet them where they are, and then get this training done and reaping all those benefits.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for.
And I think we have worked with so many children at this point, right? We've worked with over 500 different families. And so we have encountered a ton of different scenarios, right?
You name it, we did
And
it.
because of that, we're able to truly meet each of our clients where they are at. And we know that this is just not a standard approach that will fit everybody, right? We're
Yeah.
really looking to meet you where you're at, meet your child where they're at, so that you can be successful, right?
Yeah.
You being successful is our success. And so we're really here to troubleshoot with you, to make changes as we need to encourage you and to keep you consistent so that you
Yeah.
can have success. There are so many families that try to go down the path of sleep training and they might run into 1 or 2 tough nights and they change things and they pivot and they're not consistent. And guess what? Unfortunately, they're not successful. But we are here to help you through that whole process so that you 100% will reach those goals when we're done working
Absolutely.
together.
Yeah, so don't hesitate to reach out. If you are struggling, you're in the weeds right now with your child's sleep, we're here to help you navigate those challenges and find solutions that work for your family.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us on this episode. And so sleep well.
Thanks, guys.